Well, the Tokyo Paralympics are coming to an end tonight, and Team China announced that women's wheelchair basketball player Zhang Xuemei will be its flag bearer during the closing ceremony. Zhang and her teammates won the silver medal in Tokyo, which is China's best result in this event. So, for more on the Paralympics, let's get over to Phoebe Amoroso, who's live for us in Tokyo. So it's all coming to an end, Phoebe, and what a games and what a year it's been. So what are some of the highlights?
Well, absolutely. The Paralympic Games kicked off with the theme, "We Have Wings," to symbolize athletes trying to spread their wings and fly no matter which way the wind blows. And that's been particularly significant given there was a lot of concern over whether the Games could actually take place this year, already 1 year postponed. Now, Japan, the host country, has had a really strong Games. Rio was a disappointment for Japanese athletes. There were no gold medals to be had back in 2016. But this time round, they have got 13 to their names. And there's been celebrations this weekend of the comeback of wheelchair tennis player Shingo Kuneida, who got gold in the men's singles. He missed out in Rio after getting gold in 2008, 2012. So he really bounced back on home soil. Now, in the medal tables, China is leading by a considerable margin, followed by Great Britain and the USA. And in the past 2 weeks, there have been 70 world records broken thereabouts. And so it's been an incredible achievement athletically. There's also been some unexpected moments. Two Afghan athletes thought they would not be able to compete given the turmoil in Afghanistan. There was a huge international effort to bring them into Japan. And Zakia Kudadani became the first woman for her country to compete at the Paralympic Games since 2004. As for the closing ceremony this evening, the theme is harmonious cacophony, to symbolize differences, but yet a shared unity through diversity. What else can we expect? Well, it's fairly closely guarded secret, but we know that 89 members of the public have been chosen to perform. There will be fireworks, the Japan's Crown Prince will be in attendance, and the Paralympic flag will be handed to the Mayor of Paris, Anne Hidalgo, to symbolize that the French capital will be hosting the Summer Olympics in 2024.
And of course, Phoebe, hanging over all of this is COVID-19. So where do things stand there?
Japan is still facing a big struggle with the pandemic. Currently, 21 of its 47 prefectures are under a state of emergency. Daily cases nationwide topped 25,000 in August, and they're still hovering around 20,000. But the biggest concern currently is the number of those with severe symptoms, 2,223. That was a fresh record on Saturday. Now, when it comes to the Olympics Games, there were obviously huge concerns that this could lead to a spreading of cases within Japan or even worldwide. The daily screening tests put the rate at only 0.03% throughout the Games. With the Paralympics, the challenge was that cases did rise in Japan, perhaps indirectly from people feeling more relaxed that the Games were going on and not staying home as advised by the governments. But with the Paralympic Games of 4,400 athletes, many of these also have underlying conditions, so concerned that the risk would be higher. There have been 300 Games-related cases, and one athlete was hospitalized on Tuesday. They have since been released, but the hospitalization issue was a big concern, and it still remains a concern here in Japan. Hospitals simply do not have enough beds for COVID-19 patients, and that's seeing regions around Japan really scrambling to set up emergency temporary facilities in order to house these patients. Currently, the vaccination rate in Japan is at 47%. The pace of vaccines has really picked up over the past few months, but there's a sense that a lot of this has come a bit too little, a little bit too late. And this week, we saw Prime Minister Suga indicate his intention to step down as Prime Minister over criticism of his handling of the pandemic. Whoever becomes the next leader of Japan will be taking over during very challenging circumstances.
Indeed. Okay, Phoebe Amoroso live for us in Tokyo. Thank you.